Good evening. Welcome to another episode of TD Online. This is our ninth episode this week. Quite interesting. What do you make of it so far? You joined me late, but thank you so much for joining me eventually.
Not a problem. I'm enjoying it thus far. The journey
Yeah.
is great. Look forward to it.
Yeah, tonight we've got a jam-packed show for you. Due to some technical difficulties, we did pre-record our opening segment with Desmond Booysen, and it's just not playing out. However, the video will be played out tomorrow or even after the show, just to make sure we've got everybody engaged. But before we get into that, we're going to start with Latifa's baby, one of her favorite projects that she's been working on, the Women's Premier Division. Um, Another interesting weekend of rugby.
Right now, yes, the Bulls bumped back down into fourth position with the Boland Dames coming back up. Western Province is still going strong, undefeated. It's just
So now that means Western Province are basically securing their spot at the top of the log, securing a final for themselves. And now it's just determining who the winners of the ultimate competition will be.
correct.
What are your thoughts? Who do you think could actually slip into that spot? Because there has been so many unpredictable results thus far, and this past weekend was just another one of them.
Right now, I think it's between Border Ladies and Boland Dames. Either one of them, if they apply themselves, they can easily take Western Province out.
Look, we had Lusanda on the show not too far back, 2 weeks ago, telling us a bit about what's going in the camp there. And if you just look on the screen right now, you'll see the fixtures pop up for this weekend. So there's EP that's taking on the Sharks. Border against the Blue Bulls. That'll be a tough one to determine who would actually qualify for a final spot as that log gets a little bit tighter as time goes on. Then if you see Boland Dames against Western Province, another one of those fixtures.
It's so far hectic. The competition is becoming tighter between all the teams, and I think they're all pushing for a spot in the final.
And I mean, Western Province doesn't look to be stopping anytime soon. They are a steam train just going at it one way. In other news, the first division of the Women's Premiership has kicked off this past weekend. Our beloved Lions did travel up north to take on the Limpopo Blue Bulls. Latifa, overwhelming result there for the Lions. They came out strong. What's your take on the opening match?
With a 66-0 score, I feel like they put out their word already that they know what they want out of the first division competition. And if the other teams are willing to apply themselves, they can achieve greater.
No, definitely. And then this weekend, the Lions do take on the Leopards in what seems to be one of the tighter games for the season. This will ultimately determine which way they decide to take it. The Leopards getting a victory in the opening game over the Falca.
That was a 47-point win. So I feel like the next match with Lions is going to be a tight match.
Look, it's definitely going to be a tight match. I do believe that the Lions have what it takes to take them on and hopefully get that promotion into the Premier Division, like they've been battling and fighting for the longest of times. Anything else that stood out for you this weekend? You said that you had your eye on one of the try scorers this weekend.
She scored a hat-trick from the Western Province team. Not the Western
It was
Province,
actually
from
it was for the Lions.
team.
Piwe Kutle.
She-
Yeah.
I feel like she was able to score extra points for the team. And personally, I feel like she had done herself.
No, definitely. And talking about that, this weekend she swaps her Lions jersey for a Pirates jersey, where Pirates will be taking on UJ in the final of the Mastercard Pirates Women's Grand Challenge. Interesting tournament thus far. We've seen that the likes of Raiders, amongst many other teams in the league, putting up their hands and just showing how strong the women's league is getting. Quite interesting. I think that it's very much needed, because ultimately the ripple effect from this is that now you can see on a provincial level how everything is just coming into fruition, and the Lions victorious in the opening fixture, just too strong. So it just shows the more players, the more people they are playing, the more competitive
This league can get.
exactly. And joining us to tell us more about the final of the Mastercard Pirates Women's Grand Challenge, we've got Noni Shongwe and Lesego Malebadi that's going to be joining us. Nani comes from Pirates. She captains the team, and Lesego is the captain of UJ. So the two captains will be giving us a preview on what we can expect um, in the final this weekend. Hopefully, none of them give away too many secrets. And yeah, just stay tuned. We're going to go to a quick break, and we're going to be with them in just a second. Noni, Lesego, thanks for joining us this evening. An interesting weekend. Noni, let's start with you. How did your season go thus far? You're now in a final in such unprecedented um, conditions. We had a COVID break, you had the league break, and now we have a finals weekend.
Yeah.
What do you make of your season thus far?
Sorry.
What do you make of your season thus far?
So far, I think we've been able to make the best out of like a very abnormal situation. Coming from like a very long COVID break, not playing any form of rugby, not doing any form of training either. We've actually been able to train hard and to put our like rugby brains on again and step onto the field and show what exactly we can do. The standard of rugby, you can definitely tell that it's improving year by year, the standard of women's rugby. And I think this year has just proven just how much we love rugby and how much we're passionate about rugby and how much we are willing to put in just as much the amount of work as the men put into rugby. So I think with this club season, we've seen that, girls are willing to put up their hands and they're willing to really go out onto the field and show what they're made of. Because it's been quite an awesome season, if I can put it that way. My team, if I can say, also a lot of players have stepped up. A lot of players are, putting in extra work also to make up for the lost time. So yeah, definitely abnormal circumstances, but I think we've made the best out of it. Even keeping in mind following COVID protocols during training, it's quite tough, hey? But we've had to do it. So so far I think we've managed and handled it really, really well.
I mean, we see the Pirates faithful commenting very early on in the show. Sandile Kumalo coming in there with the heat. Yeah, man.
Nani, what can you tell us for the build up to the final? Has there been challenges that you guys faced within the team?
So I think, some of the challenges we face is, players not always being present at training. Due to obviously other commitments, because none of us are playing rugby as professionals. We have other things that we're doing during the day, so we can't always commit to being at training. I think another thing has been, with the provincial league also starting, having some of the players going into the provincial setup means that we have less players at training sometimes. Also, players are quite tired now, having like a year without rugby, and then now it's kind of like everything is just saturated. Now we have a lot of rugby going on, so it's quite tough also for us to balance things in order for us to be present in the provincial setup and also be present for the Pirates team. But I think we've handled it well so far, because we have managed to make it into the final. It wasn't easy, but if you look at how we've performed, you can see that we've put in a lot of work. We can't say that it was easy for us to just, score high points during our games. We actually put in a lot of work to get there. And, I think the coaches are doing a really great job to really, prepare us. So, yeah, so I think the biggest challenges is, getting players to training. And also just having other commitments then means that we can't always be at training, or we can't always perform our best at training because there's other stresses in life as well.
Nani, we're gonna get your opposition in here, but and let's just hear what Lesego has to say about how the league's been treating them.
All right.
Lesego, thanks for joining us this evening. I hope the signal is loud and clear on your side.
Good evening.
Yeah,
Good
we can
evening.
hear you.
Thanks for having
Lesego,
me.
it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's long overdue, but I'm
Can you
glad
hear
we
me?
finally get into chat. Yeah, we can. We can. Lesego, looking at the league thus
Okay.
far, the UJ team, when did your preseason start, and did you expect a league season to be this unpredictable, and now you find yourself in a final?
We started our preseason, I think, mid-Feb. Um, to be honest, it was challenging, as Noni has mentioned, a few challenges, because of COVID, everyone came back unfit. So it's like we have to start everything afresh, So, but because of the passion that it played and the willingness that everyone had to work hard to achieve this, and I think also with Mastercard being on board just made everything more exciting for everyone, and everyone was just like willing to go the extra mile. So I think it was just a beautiful season for the fact that despite the challenges that we went through, Mastercard gave us something to look forward to. More than anything, it was nice to see our new players. We have a lot of new players. It was nice to see our new players grow also in the sport and learn and express themselves in ways that we never thought they would. So it's really been nice and unfolding, even though it was really short, but it's been nice to see everyone come together and yeah, the growth that just happened. And it's actually really nice and interesting to see um, uh, the final. I think we're more than anything, we're both excited for the final. So yeah, yeah.
Talking about that final, and I mean, before we get there, we can't not speak about the fact that there was a sponsor like Mastercard coming on board, the first women's league to get sponsored. Noni, let's start with you because you come from a club setup and funding is always a problem in a club environment. How has Mastercard helped your club specifically, or let's say, how has the Mastercard assistance assisted your club in reaching greater heights?
Your Mastercard has really done a lot for us, and I think we are all very grateful. I think I've been playing rugby for about like 5-6 years now, and there hasn't been anybody who was willing to sponsor women's rugby like Mastercard has. So it's actually really great. Mastercard has provided us with training equipment. Mastercard has provided us with kits that actually, fits properly. Because most of the time when we get kit, it's kind of like from the men's sponsorship, and so the sizes are normally designed for men. So with Mastercard, they actually catered to make us kits just for women. So it's really great to have kits that fit and look great on us. They've provided us with kits, water bottles, training equipment. There's so much actually that they're doing for us, and it's really great. It's really great. I think I'm very grateful for Mastercard, and I can say from like the team and also the other clubs that we're all very grateful, and also just this sponsoring this tournament. It gives us an opportunity to get on the field and play, man. Especially because we haven't had that in a while. It gives us an opportunity to show our talents, and it also gives people an opportunity to be able to, make it into provincial teams, make it into the national side. Without a tournament like this, no one in Gauteng would be able to be seen by the national selectors or the provincial selectors. So it's also an opportunity for us to be seen by, selectors to make it a bit more higher in terms of where we're playing.
And about being seen by selectors, we do know that your wing, Piwe Nyanda, has been in the national setup before. She's proved on a provincial scale what she can do if given the ball this past weekend. It's nice to see this kind of players coming through the system. Lesego, from your side, from a UJ perspective, um, how has the Mastercard sponsorship helped your team get through the season? Looks like we're just having a bit of a technical issue there with Lesego. She will be with us real soon. Lesego, have we got you there? Can you hear us? Still a bit of an issue. We will be having Lesego soon. But for those of you tuning in on Facebook and on YouTube, drop your comments in the comment section below. Interact with us. Nani, you have quite a couple of supporters. We're hoping that they're watching and get interacting with us. Nani, I mean, let's get into the business side of things. Finals weekend this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're all quite excited. Also, though, there are some nerves. I think, it's only natural and it's only human to feel nerves before a final, because now the tournament is ending and we've worked so hard to get this far. So it's only natural for us to be feeling nervous and excited at the same time. Yeah, there's things that we still need to obviously work on in terms of, in our team, just to get us focused onto what exactly we need to do to actually beat UJ. We're not taking them lightly in any way. They are a good team. Also, they're a fast team. So it's about it's about us basically trying to figure out how we're gonna win the game, because we want to win. I think I'm not gonna hide that we want to win, and we don't want to just make it. We want to really prove that we are a better side than they are. So I think it's going to be a tough challenge. It's going to be a very long game. It's not going to be an easy game where we just play like 20 minutes and then the rest of the game it's like easy tries. I think we're going to have to work very hard to gain yards. We're going to have to work very hard to make tackles. We're going to have to work very hard to score tries. And I think we are up for the challenge. It's just about getting focused and going out there and winning it.
Without giving us much or giving away much, do you think that there's any standout players we need to look out for, or anything that we can expect from your team in the finals?
In our team, you can definitely look out for our forwards. We have some big guys who can carry the ball and make really big hits. So I'm not going to name people because I think it's going to be a team effort at the end of the day. But you'll see the hits for yourself, and I think you'll be able to know exactly what I'm talking about. So I think that's going to be mostly the standout. And also we have some speedsters in our team, like you guys said, Pure Boucher. I know that she's going to be able to get us some tries. And we have a lot of other players in our team. We have people like Slow Jam, who is a backline and forward player. You can definitely watch out for her. With those big hits, we have a player named Panda. You can look out for her. We have a player named Tabiseng, also big hits and a good runner. Then other speedsters, I would say maybe Rati. And maybe look out for myself as well. Definitely not going to stop myself short.
Well, you said you're not going to give too much away. We do know that the opposition head coach is here and saying that the show is beautiful. We truly appreciate it. Coach Bongi, which part do you appreciate? The fact that we've got Nani giving you some pointers here on who to look out for, or the fact that the coach is really beautiful? Quite an interesting point there. Lesego, from your side, you just had quite an interesting run to the final thus far. Very competitive. You play phenomenal rugby, spreading that ball wide from wing to wing all the time, avoiding contact. Do we see you implementing that game plan come this weekend against the Pirates team?
Yes, definitely. I think our plan is just to focus on what we and play our game, which is running rugby. So we are definitely going to do a lot of that. Yes. Hello? Can you guys hear
Yeah, we
me?
can hear you. We can hear you. Just a signal, just a bit of a signal issue.
Right.
We know that technology is not always on our side. But yeah, go for it, Lesego. We all ears. Looks like her feed is just stuck there for a moment. We will get her back in just 1 second. Nani, looking at this, um, by this Pirates team of yours, a well put together team, so many players um, coming from a provincial setup back into the Pirates team. Here's the question I pose for you: do you think that this has disrupted your camp somewhat in terms of preparation for the final?
Not exactly, hey. Because to be honest, being in the provincial setup actually gives us more skills and more things to pay attention to in terms of the actual game of rugby. It is a different game, obviously, because it's 15s and 10s. There's technical things that are not the same, and in terms of also the team structure. But like we had a provincial training session today, and it was very much skills based. And I think if we can take those skills from the provincial setup into our game on Saturday, we're gonna be fire, man. There's a lot of things, simple rugby skills also, but the coaches don't always get to focus on it. So the fact that we're getting it from the provincial setup and the club setup is it's very helpful. And also all of the provincial players that are in our team can then take those skills into the club setup and upskill everyone else. So I think it's an advantage, and it's also extra training time, which means more fitness. So yeah, I think it's more of an advantage.
No, definitely. Interesting. Anything that you can take out of this?
Right now, I'm just looking forward to seeing the actions behind all these words that we've been told.
I think it's going to be interesting. If you look at the stats and statistically, and you look at some of the facts, in 2018, UJ won the final against Pirates, right? Listen to this.
Okay.
2019, Pirates won the finals, playing against Soweto. So these two teams do have quite a love affair when it comes to finals rugby. Do you think we're going to have another tight game come Saturday? Do you think that, look, it is one apiece. I mean, Pirates won it, UJ won it 2 years ago. Pirates won it last 2 years, well, let's say 2 years ago. This COVID break really just messes with our counting.
Yeah.
But looking at it, it's gonna be quite interesting. There's really nothing in it. Both teams have a league title after each other coming into this game. It's gonna be quite interesting. Nani, your supporters and your fans are blowing up the comment section here. Literally. What are some of the words that you'd like to share with them before you take the field this weekend?
Just man, any support I think will be great. And from our side of Pirates, I think we really want to win this. And so yeah, we just need to focus on that and basically we're having a training session tomorrow and just use that to actually prepare ourselves and to fire ourselves up. So yeah, but in terms of rugby as a whole, I think it's been really great to get back on the field, and I think we are very grateful for this opportunity. And also, there's been some COVID restrictions in the club setup, but then they've allowed us to play the final, so I think that's also quite a privilege. So I think that's really great, and I'm forever grateful that they've given us this opportunity. Yeah.
Lesego has joined us again. Lesego,
Sorry about that.
okay, we just asked Nani this question. There's really nothing between the two teams with Pirates winning it 3 years ago, UJ winning it 2 years ago, last year being a break, or no rugby being played due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Are you looking to bounce back, get one over Pirates, and bring silverware back into the UJ cabinet?
To be honest, we're going in to win. I'll just be honest and frank about it. Our aim is not to just play for the sake of playing, but we do want to win, and definitely we want to take it home. So I think, as Noni has mentioned, it's not going to be an easy game. We're not going to go in also likely undermining Pirates. We know what they bring to the table more than anything. So we also want to bring our A game and hopefully, God willingly, take it home. So yeah.
It's game on. It's game on.
Going to be a side game to look forward to.
So, if I'm not mistaken, this game will be broadcasted. If I'm not mistaken, ladies, I'm sure you can give us some more input on that.
Yeah, I think it will be broadcasted on SEI Sports. Yeah, we just don't have the link yet, but I do think that they'll broadcast it. Yeah.
And once we do get the link, we will share it on our platform as well. Lesego, anything you have to say to your fellow students before you take the pitch this weekend? We see the Pirates fans are blowing up the comment section here. I'm sure you'd want to make some of your UJ faithful fans feel a bit more comfortable.
They must just relax. They know we've got this, We're bringing it home, so nothing to worry about. I'm kidding, but more than anything, we look forward to the game, and we are definitely going to make them proud. Win or lose, it's all about playing this beautiful sport that we love, giving it everything that we've got more than anything. So yeah, we look forward to it. We're excited. We were deprived this opportunity to play, so now we have this chance to play, and we're going all in. So I think it's going to be an amazing day from both teams. But we all know that it's going to UJ though, but it's fine.
Lesego, we cannot not touch on this topic. You just had a change of coaches at the beginning of the season. A former Pirates lady herself. Do you think that this would help you in your preparation for this game, because she obviously knows the cultures, the systems, and maybe a couple of the calls in the Pirate setup?
To be honest, no. I think more than anything, we still stick to what we know. We've never play. I wouldn't say she knows. She's giving us a heads up or to say this is how they play. But I think because we all know each other, most of us, we know each other. We know how we play, and so it's gonna be fair play. It's not people who are strangers. Obviously, I've never played against Noni. But I've seen her play. And probably she's never played against me, but she's seen me play. So it's not that we're going in with a strategy. Say, we know Noni runs like this. No. We're just gonna play our game, and yeah, that's it. So, but it's honestly, our coach is amazing. I'll bring it out there. So she's amazing, and this one, it's more than anything, it's for her, for the hard work that she's put in, also for all of us. She's made everyone comfortable despite the changes and everything, because it's hard to adjust at some point, but she's made the environment comfortable for all of us to express ourselves and to play and to grow as individuals and as a team. So shout out to Coach Bongi. So yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I'm sure she's watching, and I think we could actually pose a similar question to Noni. Having a coach in Chanel Alberts in your camp, what does that do for the morale and the system in the team?
I think Coach Chanel is a really great coach, a really great human in general, but like as a rugby coach, she's really great. She takes her time in terms of how she manages and handles the players. I think coaching women, it's very different to coaching men, and I think some male coaches don't get to understand that, and they don't know how exactly to manage it. And I think having a female coach, then the coach is coming in with an understanding of how female players should be coached. And I think that's what Coach Chanel brings to the setup. And also she just sets kind of like the tone or the culture. She's basically sets us up for what she wants us to do. And also, though, she consults with us to ask us what we want to achieve and how we see things in terms of how we should play. So I think it's really been great to work with Coach Chanel thus far. She knows a lot about rugby, and she's quite patient and calm. And I know she does get overexcited sometimes. But most of the time she handles us in a very calm manner. And I think it's been really great to work with her. Also how she structures the training sessions, how she trains us to be conditioned for the game. I think it's been really, really great, especially coming from COVID where we weren't training at all. She was able to set up a program that really pushed us. So I think it's been really, really great. And also a shout out to Coach Bongi as well. I haven't worked with her, but I think it's not a coincidence that it's two teams coached by females that have made it to a final. So shout out to both Coach Bongi and Coach Chanel.
Lesego, without giving us too much as well, could you maybe tell us how you guys have been preparing for this final?
I think for us, we're just gonna focus on what we know, playing our game more than anything. We play a lot of running rugby, and that works for us. So our main focus has always been structure. Structure and just playing our game more than anything, and figuring out how to get ourselves out of situations. And it happens in a game where there's chaos and we practically lose your form, So I think our focus has been getting our shape back and playing our game. Simple as that. So yeah.
Well, you make it sound so easy. I think most of the talking's been done, and it's going to be down to the rugby field, just those 4 lines on Saturday, and that's where the winner's going to be determined. Who have you got your money on? I think we can ask you that question without being biased.
Well, right now I'm in the middle. I'm sitting on the fence. I mean, they're both great teams. And yeah, I guess it's all up to game day.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We know that the rest of Joburg is. The comment section is booming. Ladies, good luck for the final. We wish you all the best. We're going to be tuning in. We're hoping next week that we would have the winner on the show with the trophy. Can we while we're on
Thank you so much.
All of our viewers have been witness to that.
Definitely.
It'll definitely be me. So it's okay.
No, I think it'll be me. You can tell me the time of the interview. I'll be ready.
Look, either or, I'm excited.
You didn't tell us who you're rooting for.
It's a tough one. Nani, I've got great love and appreciation for all of the ladies at Pirates. However, I am a UJ old boy, and I will be doing Lesego and the rest of the team injustice if I'm not backing them.
Let's just say after Saturday you'll be supporting Pirates. Let's just say that.
Look, I could maybe possibly be swayed, but I highly doubt it. Ladies, good luck for the final. We're rooting for you. We're backing you. Lesego, before I let you go, any last words to your supporters and everybody at home?
Thank you guys for the support, and yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. Come support. Bring your family members. Bring everyone. Bring everyone. COVID is over. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, tune in. It'll be like Noni said. It will be broadcasted on SCI, so you can watch the game. Support us, and yeah.
Interesting. Nani, I know you always have a lot to say to your fans. You spoke to them earlier. Anything from your side before we do let you go?
On my side, thank you guys for having us, and also thank you for everyone who tuned in today. And yeah, I hope that you guys can tune in on Saturday to watch the game. I think both myself and Lesego, we're gonna bring you guys a very nice, exciting game. So, you should just be prepared for that. Yeah, thank you.
No, definitely, and it's all in the name of rugby. So we do know that we're gonna love to have both of you again on the show real soon and in the future. Also, for those of the viewers that are here, do not move. Do not move. Stay tuned to the show. Noni, Lesego, I'm holding you to that as well. Next up we've got Naveen Daries. She's an 18-year-old autistic gymnast from Johannesburg that's qualified for the Tokyo Olympics. This is the first time since 2004 that two South African female gymnasts have qualified for the Olympics. So don't move. Stay right there. The two of you, I'm going to be expecting your comments on Facebook. All right. But thank you so much for that amazing segment, that piece. Until we meet next week with the trophy.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Always
having us.
always a pleasure. We're going to go to a quick break and then we're going to be chatting to Naveen right after that. Welcome back to TD on the line with myself, Vakir Dawood, and the beautiful Latifa next to me. We just had an interesting chat. What do you make of that chat that we had with the UJ and the pilots team?
Right now, I'm just excited to see the final happen. It sounds like they've put in their work, and it can only pay off with their actions.
Most definitely. Next up, we're going to be joined by Naveen Daries. That's going to tell us a bit about her Olympic journey, getting to the Olympics, what it took to get there. And just let's get to find out the person behind the athlete. Let's not waste any time further. Good evening, Naveen. Thank you for joining us on the show. It's so good having you on the show this evening. We know you have a busy schedule, very, very busy, but thanks for taking the time out of your day to join us.
No problem. It's okay.
Naveen, you recently qualified for the Tokyo Olympics and you started gymnastics in kindergarten. Looking from then till where you are now, your progress, your journey, what did it take out of you?
Well, it took a lot of my time, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, if I may say. And yeah, it just took a lot of mental and physical strength. Obviously, it's a lot for a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was school time. It was no extra murals, no extra sports at school. It was just strictly gymnastics, school, family time, basically.
Naveen, congratulations on making it to the Olympics, firstly, and secondly, happy Youth Day.
Thank
By the
you.
way, let's just sprinkle it on top there. What does Youth Day mean to you? Being one of the youngest from South Africa to qualify for the Olympics, still pretty much a teenager, and here you are flying the youth flag high.
Obviously, it means so much to me knowing that, like, as being one of the youth, just already making a difference in gymnastics, basically artistic gymnastics, and just sports in general. And I think lots of kids leading up now know that it is possible and they do have a chance. And yeah, the hard work does eventually pay off.
You guys had no international participation for more than over a year. And now you guys are going straight to the Olympics. Does that add pressure on you? How do you feel about that?
It does add a lot of pressure. We were out of international competition for 15 months, but I just got back from Egypt, Cairo, and that was kind of my first international comp since lockdown and COVID hit, obviously. And like there, it was a lot of pressure, like just to do well and to just showcase like how hard you've been training and what lockdown and COVID has actually done for us and to us. But I think now because I already had that international competition. I think going into Tokyo, I'm already more confident, and like, yeah, I feel like there's less pressure going into Tokyo than there was a few weeks ago.
Talking about pressure, talking about travel internationals, bouncing back from the hard lockdown. We spoke to your teammate Caitlin last week about this. What was that experience like for you, bouncing back after the hard lockdown, not having as much training in that time period, and now suddenly going back to a normal schedule?
It was definitely hard. It was not easy at all. Like time management was completely messed up. Like getting back into shape, like just almost like reteaching your muscles, like what to do, how to do it. And it was just a lot of focusing on the basics, which obviously helped. And yeah, I feel like it made us better gymnasts. Like we came back better, we came back stronger. Yeah.
You started gymnastics at a young age, Naveen, and looking at where you are right now, with your community and your coaches backing you, what can you say about that?
We just had a quick break in signal. We'll be having Naveen with us in just a second. Just a second, once she has once she is reconnected. But I mean, this is just such an amazing story. Fellow South African, also
I'm
coming.
so sorry I missed the question.
No, not a problem, not a problem. Naveen, Latifa, I don't know if you just want to repeat that question for Naveen once she bounces back. But yeah, man, just a phenomenal story, all in all.
I think as someone her age, looking at what she's doing now, it's amazing. That dedication all those years and the hard work that she's been putting in has brought her to where she is now. And
Definitely.
I'm sure it's a huge milestone for her.
And I mean, not just for her, for her family,
Everyone.
like you mentioned, the community, the coaches, for everybody as a whole. It just means so much. Just if you can just repeat that to Naveen.
Naveen, you started at a young age, and I'm sure your community and your coaches played a huge role in supporting you, in helping you. Looking at your growth from then up until now and your support structure, what can you tell us about that?
About my support structure. Sorry, I can't share you so well.
We're just having another break-in connection. We're hoping that this bounces back really soon. Technology not on our side. Another week in a row.
Another week.
Looks like we're gonna have to take some intervention real soon. Naveen, are you back?
I can sort of hear you.
Okay, perfect. We'll, you just wanna speak up a bit?
Just tell us about your support structure, your coaches, your family, your community that help you grow and reach this point in your life.
Yes, I say a lot actually, because I have such a close circle of my dad's family, my mom, my dad, and my friends. They obviously motivate me and they keep me going. And I just feel like without them and without SA Gymnastics, like none of this would have been possible at all. And I just want to thank them for motivating me, supporting me through, and encouraging me through this journey. Because without them, I don't know where I'd be.
I can just imagine. Naveen, looking at things now, there's just a few days left to the Olympics. What part of your preparation are you in right now, and what does a day in your life look like leading up to the Olympics?
Right now, my preparation going into the Olympics is very focused on detail and basics. So I do 2 sessions a day, except for on a Wednesday and a Saturday. So the first session we focus on routines and just building again, like from where we are, and making every day better than the day before. And then in the second session, we focus on the little things like the dancing, the neatness of our skills and what we are doing. And we also focus a lot on our conditioning. So today my life is pretty hectic at the moment.
I think we lost
Looks
her.
like we had another break in signal there, but I mean, Latifa, just listening to that and hearing a story
She
alone,
wow.
I think it motivates all of us. We're hoping that she can come back real soon so we can hear a bit more about this. But for those who are tuning in, don't forget that you can drop your comments in the comment section below, and don't forget to like the page, follow it, and also just share this interviews so that it can reach a greater reach. And who knows, that maybe somebody on your timeline would be so interested in hearing the story of Naveen, and also the rugby players preparing for the Mastercard Pirates Women's Grand Challenge final this weekend. It looks like we could possibly have Naveen back. Let's just try this one more time. Naveen, are you there?
I think so. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. So you telling us a bit about your schedule leading up to the Olympics. Anything that you want to know?
How do you manage, like, as a teen, you have your social life, and from what I've heard from your schedule, it seems packed with training, family. How do you make time for yourself and friends?
It's a lot of time management. I normally try and, as the little time I get and the little time I try, like, make time for myself is very limited, obviously. So when I do get time, I just try and do things that help me mentally and, yeah, will benefit me in the long run. So normally I do things that make me happy. So I like drawing and I like writing things. So when I do have time, I tend to do that just to try to get my mind off of
Another one of those breaking signals there, but we will crop this interview and post it up a bit later with the full version of everything, the full version of all of the stories there without any breaks. It's just crazy. As advanced as things are, we still don't have full control of everything that's happening. But yeah, we hope to be having Naveen back real soon. Very inspirational, motivational story. Like we we're saying, don't forget to like, comment, share, do what you need to do on the timeline. Keep your comments coming. Share those messages of support for Naveen down there in the comment section. It's always nice to see someone from South Africa, one of our own, in Youth Month. We interviewing a teenager that has qualified for the Olympics. That is quite massive.
From a young age, the determination it takes to reach where she is now. Personally, I don't feel like I would be able to do it, but knowing that the love that you have for something can allow you to reach massive,
It can definitely.
massive achievements.
And I mean, also the fact that she's only 18 and she's achieved so much. It's motivation to myself. I'm sure to many at home as well. This could be a great motivation. We're just going to try one more time to get Naveen back with us. And hopefully, we get it right this time. But also, if you have any suggestions for content that we could put up on the show that you'd like to see, you could drop us a mail. If you'd like to advertise on the show, you can drop us a mail on the email address below. Don't be shy. We're going to try and, with that advertisement money, we're going to put up better Wi-Fi so that we don't have any breaks in connection. And who knows, maybe we could one day even have a studio. TD and I could be coming from a studio. You never know.
Hopefully stuff don't have to be virtual anymore.
It is COVID-19, and with the restrictions, things are getting quite tough. And who knows, maybe one day, myself and Latifa won't be having to sit like this. We just have to get some space between us due to the restrictions and protocols being put in place. But for everybody at home there, don't forget to sanitize, wear a mask, and maintain social distancing. Yeah.
Stay safe.
It's just so crazy how we need to basically live, keep safe so that we can live. Otherwise, it's going to get out of control. We're in Gauteng, which is now currently the epicenter of the country, and we just hope that the rates can come down pretty soon and quickly. And yeah, man, just hope for the best. Let's just see for the last time if we can get Naveen back with us, and then we will wrap up with Naveen, and then we will call it an evening. It looks like a signal connection is really, really bad. A signal connection is really, really bad right now, but we look forward to getting her back real soon.
Hopefully before the Olympics.
Yeah, definitely. But for everybody that tuned in, thank you so much. It's been a great show. It's been a great youth day. Yes, we had technical difficulties, but that's not going to stop us. We will be posting up that interview that we did have with Desmond Booysen earlier this afternoon, chatting to us a bit about the importance of Youth Day and what it means to the South African sporting fraternity. From myself, Vakir Daud,
Latifa Gungar.
we're out. Till next week.